Good morning, eighth graders. Happy Thursday. Happy last academic day of the trimester. Tomorrow we'll be bringing our pets to school and just chit-chatting a little bit and stuff like that in our Zoom. So let's go ahead and get started. We do have an assessment today, an assessment that you're actually going to do on paper and turn into me when we go to school on Wednesday. All right. Okay, hold on. Sorry. The first one's always hard. Our book talk today is by S.E. Hinton. As you know, that is the author of The Outsiders. And this was the second book that she wrote called That Was Then, This Is Now. It's a little bit more mature than The Outsiders, just in the sense that one of the characters kind of gets into drugs and stuff like that. It doesn't really have anything to do with The Outsiders, except that it is set in the same town, and Ponyboy does make an appearance. So look forward to that. But anyway, it's really good. It's about the same length as The Outsiders. I personally don't think it's quite as good, but it is good. So S.E. Hinton has quite a collection of about, 8 books or so, maybe more, but that's how many I have in our classroom library for you to check out. All right, so today we are taking the Lamb to the Slaughter assessment. There is the link to the PDF if you want to access it again. It is also there. So this is something I kind of already said, but because we are in between trimesters and Otis is unpredictable, you will be writing the answers for this assessment down on a piece of paper and turning it in when we return to school on Wednesday, November 4th. You do not need to write the questions down, but please number them. So this is how we're going to do it. I will read each question to you just in case some of you do better when you hear the question as well. But so for this one, just write number 1 and then put A, B, C, or D for your answer. And then you'll do the same thing with the rest. So number 1, what is the meaning of the word tranquil in paragraph 3? And you can definitely go back and look at paragraph 3. You can use the story for your assessment. So tranquil, is it A, relaxed, B, excited, C, dull, or D, happy? And again, push pause on me because I'm just going to go through all these and you might need a moment to think about them, but just push pause. Okay, number 2, what event sets the main action of the story into motion? A, Mary's husband arrives home from work. B, Mary's husband tells her that he is leaving her. C, Mary calls the police to report that her husband is dead. Or D, Mary visits the grocer to buy some vegetables for dinner. Number 3, which statement describes Mary's motivation for covering up her crime? A, she wants to protect her unborn child. B, she thinks she did nothing wrong. C, she is afraid of life in prison. Or D, she does not want to die. 4, how does the detective's conversation with the grocer affect the outcome of the story? A, the police no longer suspect Mary of murdering her husband. B, the police give up on finding the murder weapon near Mary's home. C, the police wonder why Mary was acting so strangely while shopping. Or D, the police decide to ask Mary to help them solve her husband's murder. All right, then 5. How does Detective Noonan's comment about the murder weapon affect Mary's action? A, it causes Mary to feel guilty about fooling the detectives. B, it causes Mary to act naturally when the detectives question her. C, it causes Mary to pretend that she and her husband were getting along well. Or D, it causes Mary to trick the detectives into destroying the murder weapon. For the next 2, I'm going to read them, but you'll definitely need to push pause to give yourself time to answer them. Please answer thoroughly and do your best work here. Number 6, what drives people to betray? How did love contribute to Mary Maloney's decision to violently attack her husband? Cite evidence from this text, your own experience, and other literature, art, or history in your answer. And like I said yesterday when you were doing your quick write, you don't have to cite evidence from all of those things. but at least one or two. And you can do more too if you want. All right, so pause for as long as you need, then go on to the last one. 7. How does Mary's careful planning influence the outcome of the story? Use evidence from the text to support your response. Be sure to explain how each piece of evidence supports your analysis. Okay, and with this one, using the race format to answer the questions is a really good idea. All right, guys. So you will turn that in. Don't forget to turn that in on the Wednesday we go back to school. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I will see you soon.